we're gonna go ahead and leave Ketenram here for now. And yeah, I mean, he's over 100 years old. His legs can't carry him that far. So what do you say we begin the process of communicating with the people of Mamuk and also Igbrax, and begin the process of doing side quests. I think just for this evening, we'll focus on dealing with the chain quests only, or rather the ones that'll give us the ether currents, so we'll be able to, once we get the level 95 ether current completed for the main story, we'll be able to snatch up everything else that's here. So let's begin the process of getting the ether current quest taken care of, and begin by speaking with this prudent hunter to take on our next quest entitled Beast of the Heartlands. This prudent hunter would appreciate your discretion. You're a traveler, are you? Could I ask for your help with something? There are too many prying ears here. Come and meet me on the other side of Goljamik Grove. Alright. Off we go. Yeah, we'll come pick up your side quest later on. Yeah, this really will be, for the rest of the night, us just knocking all this stuff out and seeing just how much more needs to be done, because we know that there is a main story ether current to pick up still. So we go on. Yeah, he said through the Goljamik Grove, which is their banana planting and growing farm. And we'll see what he has in store. So once we pass under this arch, let's go ahead and see what he would like to say. Good, you made it. I need your help handling a small but quite irritating problem. Have you heard of Blue Leafkin? No, but I'm about to. They supposedly were once Mamulja who were cursed for some misdeed or another. Those who believe in that sort of thing are terrified to make any contact, for fear that they'll be cursed as well. I personally don't believe that there's any truth in it, but that wouldn't stop people from thinking I was contaminated for crossing paths with one. For a blessing, Blue Leafkin generally keep to themselves deep in the forest, but recently, one's been spotted wandering around these parts. That's why I need someone unbeholden to Mamuk's superstitions to dispose of it, and to speak not a word of the deed. Alright. So yeah, it takes the Blue Azure Dragoon to beat up this Blue Leafkin. It's blue fighting blue right now. And we'll go ahead and summon my Chocobo to the field. And let's go ahead and get this duel going. To be honest, I was expecting something bigger. I mean, it does say old growth. Yeah, to go from being a big and tall lizard to this? Now, I wonder if the fairies of Ilmeg know anything about this, and if they had something to do with it. Alright, back to the hunter. Thank you, traveler. Now we'll be able to hunt through these forests without fear. We have many stories of the Blue Leafkin, but none agree on who among the Mamulja was cursed first, or for what misdeed. Some say that it was a Dawntrail punished for felling trees, others say it was a Bunawal punished for burning them. Each clan insists the blame lies with another, of course. And you, at glance, look like a Hubigo. Honestly, I think it's just a tale to keep people away from the dangerous and forbidden areas of this forest. Just the other day, one of our own went and pursued a mark in that direction, and he hasn't been seen since. That Blue Leafkin just now. Could it have been? No, it's just a story after all. Anyway, you've done us a great service. We'll be sure to keep to our normal hunting grounds and see if we can't find our missing friend. Well, hopefully you do actually find who you're looking for, so we'll take our 398,000 experience points plus an Aether Currents. There we go. First quest-oriented Aether Current here in Yoctel. But going forward, I do need to switch back to my Paladin. This is why I level it up at the same time. So let's warp on back to Mamook, and then we'll get the chain quest started. Okay, it's to the east. Or, no, the west, rather. So, while we're riding along, how is everyone doing this evening? Hope you're all doing well. Of course, I know that I mentioned for myself that I'm getting all ready for my birthday tomorrow. The main thing going on for me tomorrow will be hosting a birthday party for myself here in Final Fantasy XIV. We've got a DJ planned to come to the event, and he's going to play some music for all the guests who show up, so looking forward to it. So now, it's chain quest time here in Mamook. Let's go ahead and speak with Shadil Jah to take on our next quest and the first of this chain here in Mamook, entitled Lost and Powerless. Shadil Jah's eyes are brimming with tears. You're one of the Third Promise's retainers, aren't you? Please help me. My name is Shadil Jah, and my husband... Oh, this is a woman. My name is Shadil Jah, and my husband and I were attacked by wyverns outside the city. He fended them off so I could escape, but he's no match for them alone. I know I have no right to ask, given how our people treat outsiders, but I'm begging you, please save my husband. His name is Gotul Jah, and he's near Gojamik Grove. Please, hurry! You can count on me. I'm wearing the Sunshine Savior armor. That means that the title of my outfit literally means that I will be saving this man, right? I mean, this suit of armor wouldn't lie, would it? There's only one way to find out once we get around these fallen trees over here and make our way towards these arch trees. Yeah, here's what she was talking about. Hey, uglies, over here, front and center. Let's give them what for. First one already down. That did not take long. The second one follows immediately after. Hello there, sir. Yeah, I know I'm touching in a very inappropriate spot, but you need help. You have my thanks, stranger. I take it my wife sent you? She did. Wyverns don't usually attack people. I hardly knew what was happening before they were on us. But that's neither here nor there. Let's return to Mamook and see that you receive a proper reward. Shadil Jah should be anxious for our arrival as well. Alright, so yeah, I think we'll just keep warping back to Mamook. Also, I need to remember, I have this as an option. Makes it much easier when it's at the top of the list. In the meantime, got my cup of iced tea with me. It's the same iced tea that I've been making for the last few weeks in order to help me with my throat. And I can definitely say that I'm hooked on it. It's basically a combination of honey lemon, ginger, and chamomile tea. So as we make our way over here, so this is where they ultimately ended up. Oh, 1,000 blessings upon you. My good Gotul Jah is safe thanks to your kindness.
I don't know what I would have done had you not arrived when you did. Most of our able-bodied fighters have left the city in search of mercenary work, you see.
As I once did myself. You're from Eorzea, aren't you? I toured across the salt in my younger years. That is, until I suffered injury enough to send me home for good. Now, I can hardly manage to ward off the occasional feisty wyver, it would seem. Glory days mean little when you can no longer protect your loved ones. Yeah, this sounds like someone we know, actually.
I'm perfectly fine, aren't I? Besides, those wyvers weren't feisty. They were positively feral. I still can't believe we were attacked by such normally docile creatures.
Something had them agitated, though I can't imagine what. Still, if our local wyvers are being driven into a rage, that doesn't bode well for us. And so, I realize this is more than you bargained for, stranger, but would you be willing to help? It's unheard of for wyvers to attack Mamul Jar, so we need to determine what's going on before someone gets injured. Leave it to me. There's little in it for you, mind. Don't get your hopes up.
Thank him, dearest. He's doing us a kindness.
Right, just not used to the open generosity is all. Fair enough. Thank you, stranger. We're counting on you. Yeah, kind of reminds me of the leader of the Pugilist Guild in Ul'dah, Hammond Holyfist. But let's go ahead for now to take our 398,000 experience points, 829 gil, plus our next 8th occurrence. So there we go, there's the first of 4, so let's go ahead and speak with Shadilja again to take on our next quest entitled Remembering a Dream. Shadilja seems to know where to start regarding the wyverns.
First, I think we ought to search the area where we were attacked. If anything's amiss, I should be able to spot it, but I worry about another ambush. Would you go ahead and make sure the roads are safe?
Certainly.
Thank you, stranger. You are ever generous. We first encountered the wyvers north of Gojamit Grove, by the cenote there. I'll give you an ample head start and then come and meet you.
In the meantime, all lost good on the city. Others may have been similarly attacked for all we know. Very well then. Gotta go to 3 different spots. Pay no mind to the mourners, but I imagine, given their close proximity, they may choose to get involved. So, check out spot number 1. And there is a confrontation here. So let's give ourselves... Oh! You resist my 6-second stun mode. Well then. Yeah, we'll mow you down with these. And he's out. Alright, off to the next spot. Which isn't all that far. And now over here. Round 2. Show me what you got there, ugly. Oh good, my atonement rotation is available. Yeah, this is definitely something I'm grateful for that they added for the attacks from Paladin here in Dawntrail. Alright, that's 2. Next location. Just in front of this tree here. Alright. You scan the area, but no wyverns emerge. Very well. Back we go. Oh, no, we're not going back. We're going over this way. Yeah, that's right. We were forging onward. And getting to close to this particular cenote. Need to do something real quick as they arrive. Yeah, I've got a new little miniature blanket for my chair, but unfortunately it's really warm in here this evening because it's really warm here today. So yeah, I have to move it aside for now. So let's get back to it.
Thank you for doing that. I had no troubles at all on my way here. Something that might explain the Wyver's aggression. I'm afraid I don't see anything unusual. What do you think?
Well, given that I'm relatively new to your land, what could I possibly spot that would be irregular? Oh, wait. Maybe it wasn't from a distance, but maybe on the ground?
What is it?
What do we got? Let's hand it over.
My Scion Crystal! I must have dropped it when we were attacked! It was the gift from my husband when he returned from Eorzea. He said its blue glow reminded him of these forests, so he carried it always.
Good luck charm?
Worth no more than a common stone, I'd wager, but to me, it is precious. It kept him safe while he was away, brought him home alive.
That's very sweet.
Sometimes, the grief of his injury blinds him to the miracle of his survival. He may not be able to fight anymore, but he's still the strongest man I know.
And so...
My husband used to train here in his youth. We call this stone Colaselvis, the weight of the sky, and once he believed with all his heart that he could bear any weights, achieve any dream. I wanted to remind him of that when I brought him here, but then those Wyvers came along.
Oh, that's not good.
Anyway, I've chatted on long enough. So far as I can see, nothing in this area readily explains why those poor beasts attacked us as they did. Perhaps Gotorjar has discovered something back in the city.
Why don't we find out? Back to Mamook. Yeah, in fact, they're pretty close to within the city limits and much closer to the Aetheryte now. Alright, here they are.
Well, it is by no means a waste of a journey. I was able to recover my precious crystal.
Thank you for seeing her home safely. While you were away, I managed to glean a thing or two about our Wyvers.
Did you now? Somehow I knew you would have good luck.
Well, we'll see exactly what kind of luck that is. So, we'll take our 398,000 experience points and 829 gil. Yeah, what exactly did he discover? Let's find out by speaking with Gotorjar to take on our next quest entitled Budding Promise. But not Wuklamat Kona, right? Gotorjar would share what he knows about the Wyvers. According to those I spoke with, a number of people have been attacked by wild Wyvers in recent days, many while traveling on public roads. Even Dawntrail have been among the injured, and theirs is a clan that has worked with Wyvers since time immemorial. That is weird.
Goodness, if even Dawntrail can't handle them, what hope do the rest of us have? We'd be fools to step one foot outside the city.
Not to mention what this might mean for our own Wyvers. If they start misbehaving, we may find ourselves without mounts or beasts of burden. I thought about calling upon our hunters for help with the wild ones, but calling the population can't serve us well in the long run. So what do? Which leaves providing armed escort to those who venture outside the city. With the right preparation, I could do it.
What are you saying? It's not a matter of preparation, Gertrudejar. If this man hadn't come along when he did,
Yeah, perish the thought. What about trapping the wyverns instead? But an armed escort would still mean slaying wyverns, right? Yeah, is it possible to have them trapped somehow? You raise a good point. Perhaps setting a trap or creating some diversion would better serve our interests. Our goal is to protect our people after all. Wyverns may be physically formidable, but they must have some weakness in their finer senses. A smell they can't tolerate, for instance. Or one that you can take just fine? If we were to incorporate that deterrent into, say, a smoke bomb, that should buy anyone enough time to flee from an aggressive wyvern. At least until the point that you can formulate a solution? I can handle the smoke bombs. I've been making those since I first became a mercenary.
Then why don't you teach me as well? I'm eager to help how I can.
Yeah, well, if the husband and wife do their thing, if you could find out what scent wyverns detest, that would be a great help. Bakul Jar should know. Bakul Jar the wyvern handler, mind, not the blessed siblings. When you have whatever he recommends, bring it to me so that we can infuse the smoke bombs with it. Yeah, could you imagine it would have been Bakul Jar Jar? Yeah, that would have been crazy. Yeah, I like the self-awareness of that. that was pretty good. Trying to find my way around, see if we can't find this Bakul Jar with just one jaw and not two. Here he is. Yeah, a perfectly normal looking Dopro. What do wyverns hate to smell? Now that's a way to start a conversation. Well, this is important, sir. Ah, yes, I heard Gertrudejar was asking about recent wyvern incidents. I'd recommend the scalebud if you're looking for something smelly. You can pick them off of the luminescent plants found in waterbound areas, like Cenote Jayunja, mostly unremarkable until you crush or grind them, then you'll wish you never had. Wyverns have a keen sense of smell, so one whiff should be all you need to convince them to be elsewhere. But the same goes for people, so take care when stowing those buds into your bag, eh? Noted. Alright, let's go and do it. Let's find these scale buds. Alright, thanks for joining us, Elizabeth, and thanks for the birthday wishes. We'll see you again soon. Alright. So yeah, it's a bit of a ways out to get to where we need to go. In fact, a bit is a bit of an understatement. Oh, yeah, especially as I'm targeted by something. I'm jumping over tree roots in order to get to where I need to go. Yeah, it's a long ways out. This tea is so good. Yeah, I think even if I'm able to, for the foreseeable future, get this third issue of mine, resolved, I might just keep making this stuff, because it's just that good. Like I said before, it's a combination of lemon tea, ginger tea, and chamomile tea. So I basically bought a whole bunch of cans filled with tea bags and just threw some in there into a big jug and just let it sit with the water inside. And then once I got that, I initially also added honey, but then I remembered that I still have, being the Canadian that I am, I still have maple syrup in my fridge, so I started using that just to make sure that I could use it all up. Because I still have not that much left, but I still have quite a bit of it. Alright, back to Cthulhu Jaw. Yeah, it looks like my Chocobo wants to sniff him. Yeah, we're talking about stuff to sniff, and I guess my Chocobo has decided to sniff this Mr. Cthulhu Jaw. Did you find something to drive off the wyvers? Indeed I have. Here you go. When it's crushed, you say? This should do it. When everything's packed together just right, I can ensure the impact both triggers the smoke and crushes the blood. In theory, anyway. We still need to test it. Who will be your willing victim? And so, we'll take our 398,000 experience points and 829 gil. Alright, time to bring this chain quest to an end. Let's speak with Cthulhu Jaw again to take on our next quest entitled Skill of a Veteran. Cthulhu Jaw is eager to test the smoke bombs. If these smoke bombs work as planned, our problems are solved. It's what happens if they don't that worries me. A thankless task, but would you test them in my stead? You're far more capable of repelling an angered wyver than I am. No matter how it pains me to admit it. No problem, sir. There are plenty of wyvers in this forest. See if the bombs work as they should, and do what you must if they don't. Alright, looks like trial and error is in order. So we gotta use 2 of these. So let's go where we need to go. In fact, the first destination is right outside the city gates. So yeah, it's not that far off. Hopefully there's guards at the gates to deal with this situation. So here they are. Gotta get just close enough to throw this down on the spot intended. And yeah, suddenly they turn tail. Which means we have a success on our hands. Will it be just as successful at spot number 2, which is to the north? Yeah, trying to read the minimap and the up arrow's getting hidden a little. So one to the arch we go. We'll... How far of a trek is it? Alright, we're coming up on the spot. Yeah, hopefully it's not too far. Yeah, here's our next spot to find 2 wyvers in. Yeah, they're just chilling out, relaxing, not posing any threat to us, but we'll make sure that they have no presence with us at all. And off they run. So we succeeded. Let's give the good news to our battle-hardened warrior. And his wife, who's also returned. How did it go? Did our smoke bombs work? Indeed they have. You're all clear now.
Thank goodness. Now we no longer need to worry about battling any wyvers.
I fashioned my bombs after those of the kobolds across the salt. They pulled through many a tricky situation, believe you me. And it doesn't surprise me that you took inspiration from the kobolds, given that in Lanosea, the Marble Jaw and the kobolds are not that far from each other. Never imagined I'd be using them at home one day. I'm glad. Oh, and someone else is going to say hello. Yeah, it's the Dawntrail we met earlier, Bakulja. The smoke bombs were a success, I take it. I do hope you're willing to share the rest of us. Or with the rest of us. And what would a Wyver handler want with Wyver repellents? I meant with the rest of the city. Plenty of people have had run-ins with Wyvers and few among them are fighters. I'm sure they'd be relieved to share in your brilliant solution. It's just a smoke bomb, nothing brilliant about it. Yeah, give yourself more credit.
So you say, but none of us could have conceived or crafted such a thing. Your expertise and knowledge continues to serve your community.
I never considered that. I always thought a mercenary who can't fight is little more than a waste of space. But now you've found your new calling. You found alchemy. But if I can still use my skills for the better, maybe there's hope for me yet. And so, with that, it's so simple. Why didn't I realize that before? I think we have more smoke bombs to make, Shadilja. Enough for everyone.
Indeed, we must do what we can to ensure Mamook's future is a bright one.
That we will. Thank you for standing by us. You are a true friend to Mamook and her people. Now we must be off. Those smoke bombs won't make themselves. Farewell, and may we meet again someday. Well, if chain quests are any indication, I'm pretty sure we will. So we'll take our 398,000 experience points, 742 gil, plus an item level 663 earring coffer. And along with their Dawntrail friend, away they go.